Like us, Gilas Pilipinas prepares for the SEA Games. What message of support or motivation would you like to give the team representing the country?
I know SEA Games is a tough competition. You know, it's always going to be in a different country. So I would just say to fight together as a team and just stay together through all the adversities and then just bring home the gold.
Fans are always asking, when will we see you back in national colors representing the Philippines?
As much as possible, I try and come to every single possible game for Gilas because it really means a lot to me to play for the national team. And I say it to my family a lot that the national team is like one of the most important games that I feel in my career. Whenever I play, like it's just a different feeling.
But you're also joining the Asian qualifiers. You talk about that.
Yeah, so the next two games in the Asia qualifiers is against Guam. So these are really must-win games for us because our ultimate goal is the Olympics, but it starts now because if we don't make the World Cup, then we really don't have much of a chance to even make it to the Olympics. So every game is important from here.
Your teammate, Junmar Pardo, has mentioned that this time Gilas is nearing its later stages. And he's been very intentional about guiding the younger front-court players like Kai Soto, AJ, Edu, and Quentin Millora Brown to prepare them for the future. With this transition happening, how do you see your own long-term involvement with Gilas moving forward?
At this point, Junmar and Japet, they've been with the national team a long time, so it's even me. I'm not a big man, but I look up to them and I strive to be like them, to be able to play that long with the national team. So I'm really, I'm still in awe of what they've done. But in terms of myself, the involvement, I'm 27 and I'm just trying to be like them. I want to play as long as I can for the national team, and I just want to play as long as I can. So as long as I'm still good and I can keep making the team, then I'll keep playing.
This is your fifth season in the Japanese B League, and we've seen you continue to elevate your game, especially with the scoring improving year after year. What do you think has been the biggest factor behind this growth, and how different is your approach now compared to when you first entered the league?
I think, my goal for every season was just to improve, and I felt like I always improved every year, and not always, like the stats don't always tell the whole story. When you play, there's like people can watch the stats a lot and decide whether you're improving or not, but there's also like the way you impact the game. So to me, I felt like I've always improved every year, and I think the biggest change is just like I started taking everything seriously. My first year, I didn't care about how much I slept. I was just eating from the convenience stores. But now, like, I always watch out for what I'm eating. I want to eat like a bunch of vegetables in my meals, and tracking my sleep is like the number one thing I've done, and it really helped me improve.
You're more confident now on the court. What's changed mentally for you from your mindset, your team, or the way you handle pressure?
Yeah, I think the confidence was just built because, for one, I really train hard in the summers, so I feel like whenever I go into a season, I'm very confident because I know I put in a lot of hard work. And also with that is, I've also had a lot of bad games. I've had failures, and just being able to bounce back from that, it gave me confidence that, no matter what happens, I can still keep improving. I can keep getting better. And I play bad for one game, that doesn't mean the next game I'm going to be bad. So I just stayed confident in myself and in my abilities, and I just kept trying to improve. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is just focusing on improving and not focusing on like the results of what's happening currently.
Dwight, how would you describe your playing style today? What do you see as your biggest strengths on the court, and which areas of your game are you still looking to improve?
I think my biggest strength is that I'm very disciplined in the way I play. I try not to make so much mistakes, and being a two-way player, making an impact on offense and also on defense is just something I take pride in because that's the way I grew up. I didn't grow up playing like you only can score the ball and you don't really care about defense. So, I just tried to improve little by little because it's hard to just improve everything all at once. So, I think that's my biggest strength is just being able to play both sides of the basketball. And I think I'm always trying to improve and become more consistent in my jump shot. Especially I have teammates that I look at and I'm like, wow, the shooting ability is just crazy. So I always look up to them. I see what they're doing in practice and I just try and get like them and improve. But yeah, I think that's just my biggest strength in playing both sides of the ball.
Playing at a high level all year is tough. What's your routine for staying healthy and avoiding injuries?
It's super tough, honestly, and I think every year I've had an injury in the B League. But last year I played the most games, and this year I'm hoping to play all the games. So the biggest thing for me is getting enough sleep because I feel like when I really reach that 8 hours of sleep a night, whenever I wake up the next day, I feel like a new man. No matter what happened, if I practice or lifted weights, the next day if I sleep enough, I always feel like brand new, like I'm 21 again.
On the court, who is Dwight Ramos and how do you unwind during the season?
During the season, I watch a lot of movies and TV shows with my girlfriend, Kiana, and I play PS5 with my brother. I send TikToks to my sister. I'm just a regular guy. That's pretty much it. I play basketball, I go home, FaceTime my family, play games, scroll TikTok, just one of the guys.
With your continued growth in international competitions and the professional league, fans are wondering, do you have plans to bring your game to the PBA eventually? What factors would influence that decision?
I do plan to play in the PBA someday because the Philippines is my home country now, and just the amount of love I get from playing with the national team, I want to feel that feeling playing in the PBA around people in my own country. It's a little different feeling playing as an import versus playing in your home country. So I'm looking forward to that feeling of playing in the PBA. And I think the factors would just be like, at some point, I'm going to stop growing so much because Father Time is undefeated. But yeah, and also as you get older, you have family, you have different responsibilities. So I think those are all factors that have to take into play when I'm deciding where to play.
And finally, what's your message to the Filipino fans who continue to support you and follow your games?
I just want to thank you guys so much. I'm really grateful for all the support and love. Whenever I come back to the Philippines, whenever I put on the Gilas jersey, I can just feel all the support, and it just makes me want to keep coming back and keep playing. So I'm really grateful. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I hope to keep showing out for all of you guys and making your support worth it.